one of the points of America is that people move up and down, that it's a socially fluid society. It's not a hereditary society. The danger is that people who are upper middle class or at the top is that they live with, marry, go to school with, and work with people from the same class as themselves. And that segregation of class is happening more and more. And what that means is that your reference point is going to be the people around you. You can start to think of yourselves as, not so well off because, for example, my neighbour has a beach house. I don't have a beach house. So suddenly I can convince myself that it's the non-beach house owners who are the real middle class and the real poor. And so our reference point bias is affected by those around us. And that's the danger of a vicious circle then, because as you get more segregation and more inequality, you're also comparing yourself to people more and more like yourself. And if you're doing that, you're less likely to admit that you are rich. So the first thing you should do is take your household income, go online. There are many tools that will tell you where you are in the distribution. And people are almost always surprised. There's a tendency to think that you're not as high up as you really are. If you have a household income of more than 120,000, you're in the top 5th nationally. Over 200,000, you're in the top 10% nationally. It obviously varies geographically. Do that first. Perhaps more importantly, go a different way to work. Don't volunteer in your local school. Go to a different school. Don't mentor somebody you already know. Find ways to reach out to different communities. Go to a different church. It's a form of class exposure therapy. And my fear is that you see this at almost every level now, in educational institutions, in church, in offices, that people are ending up, and in families, with people who are more and more like themselves. And it's hard to empathise when you don't have those cross-class relationships in the same way that we did in the past.